Girl was just a few feet from shore and her mom was recording with her cell phone when suddenly the shark appeared out of nowhere.
In a world full of mysteries, few scenarios evoke as much terror as an unexpected encounter with a shark. For many, these predators represent the epitome of a living nightmare. But not all sharks act like movie villains. Some are just curious and swim nearby to investigate, while others, if they feel threatened, may react in more intense ways. Today, we'll take you on a fascinating and chilling journey through the 20 most terrifying shark sightings ever caught on camera. Don't look away from the screen, because the stories coming up could redefine the way you view the world beneath the waves. Number 20. A tiger shark swims near the beach in Miami. A sunny and calm day in Miami turned into a tense event thanks to an unexpected marine visitor. Kenny Melendez, a drone enthusiast, was capturing panoramic views of the beach when he noticed an unusually large shadow moving close to the shore. Intrigued, he zoomed in with the camera and confirmed his suspicions. It was a tiger shark, one of the most imposing and potentially dangerous species in the oceans. The shark, at least 3.5 meters long, swam just meters from the swimmers, who remained unaware of the danger lurking nearby. Quick-thinking Melendez maneuvered his drone to follow the shark, casting its shadow on the sand and trying to alert those in the water. After several minutes of maneuvering, one of the swimmers finally noticed the shark and sounded the alarm. Panic spread as people rushed to the beach. The shark continued swimming near the shore for a few more minutes before disappearing into the depths. The video captured by Melendez went viral, accumulating millions of views and sparking discussions about safety on Miami beaches. Some voices call for increased surveillance, while others emphasize the importance of shark behavior education to avoid dangerous encounters. Melendez, for his part, feels grateful to have used technology to prevent a tragedy, showing how a simple tool can make a big difference. Number 19. Man faces a great white shark in Sydney Harbour. A day of diving in the picturesque Sydney Harbour turned into a terror-filled encounter for a man swimming near the rocks of North Head. Alerted by his friends about the presence of a shark, the man barely had time to react before coming face-to-face with a great white shark about 3 meters, 10 feet long. The shark, moving with unsettling calm, began circling him, assessing the situation. After a few seconds of tension, the shark made its move, lunging toward the diver. With quick reflexes and a sharp survival instinct, the diver responded by hitting and kicking the predator on its snout, an area known to be sensitive in sharks. Although he managed to repel the attack, the encounter left the diver visibly shaken. Fortunately, he swam back to shore without any physical injuries. A witness on the shore captured the incident on video, which went viral within hours. This encounter reignited the debate about safety on Sydney's beaches and harbours. Some called for closing swimming areas where shark sightings are frequent, while others pointed out that such events are rare and do not justify extreme measures. Local authorities, aware of public concern, have increased monitoring in the harbour and are considering additional measures to ensure the safety of swimmers and divers. Number 18. Megalodon in Canada. In 2016, a Canadian YouTuber known as 2M stirred the digital waters by posting a video filmed in 2014 that, according to him, showed a megalodon swimming near the coast of Nova Scotia. This giant shark, believed to have gone extinct millions of years ago, appeared to measure more than 10 meters, 33 feet, which would make it comparable in size to a bus. The video shows a large shark with a triangular head and an elongated snout, features that some experts argue match the descriptions of Megalodons. Its dorsal fin, which rises 2 meters above the water, has been the subject of intense analysis and discussion. While many experts believe the shark is a basking shark, a common filter feeder in Canadian waters, 2M stands by his claim that what he captured is much larger and distinct. According to him, the shark in the video displays behavior and characteristics that do not align with known basking sharks. The video generated millions of views and sparked a heated debate on social media. While experts have pointed out the lack of evidence to confirm that megalodons still exist, the fascination with these giant creatures has kept the conversation alive. Is it possible that there are corners of the ocean that still harbor such impressive secrets? The mystery persists, fueled by the human desire to believe in the unknown. Number 17. Diver escapes great white shark attack. Guadalupe Island, off the coast of Mexico, is famous for its crystal-clear waters and the abundance of great white sharks patrolling its depths. Chan Ming, a diving instructor and underwater photography enthusiast, joined a specialized tour to observe these impressive predators up close from the safety of a metal cage. The experience began calmly. Ming was capturing images when a young great white shark, about 4 meters long, began to circle the cage. At first, its behavior seemed more curious than threatening, but within seconds, the shark slammed into the cage with its powerful tail, shaking it violently. The metal structure rattled as if it were made of paper. Ming knew that although the cages are designed to withstand strong impacts, sharks can find weak points, especially in older models. He held his breath as the shark made several aggressive passes around the cage. Finally, after what seemed like hours but was barely a minute, the shark lost interest and swam away. Emerging from the water, Ming was unharmed but deeply shaken. This incident highlights not only the majesty of these predators, but also the importance of respecting their habitat and taking all necessary precautions when venturing into their territory. Number 16. Shark encounter in murky waters. Magnetic Island in Queensland is a gem of Australian tourism, but beneath its warm waters lurks a potential danger. These waters are home to tiger, bull, and hammerhead sharks, predators that have perfectly adapted to this environment. In 2015, the Queensland government recorded more than 20 tiger shark captures in the Florence and Alma Bays, indicating the number of sharks patrolling these areas. Professor Colin Simpfendorfer, a marine biology expert, explains that measures like floating hooks, drum lines, are designed to catch dangerous sharks, but warns that these strategies only reduce, not eliminate, risks. These lines consist of a buoy anchored to the bottom with bait to attract sharks, which get caught on the hooks. Tom Gellings, an experienced diver who has worked on the island for decades, recounts his encounter with a bull shark while exploring a shallow bay. The limited visibility made it hard to know where the shark was coming from, increasing the tension. Although the animal did not show aggression, its presence served as a reminder to always stay alert. The murky waters of Magnetic Island serve as a reminder that even the most beautiful environments can harbor unexpected surprises, especially when sharing space with apex predators. Number 15. Huge shark jumps onto a fishing boat. The ocean is a place of wonders and surprises, but for Captain Law's crew, their fishing trip off the coast of New Zealand turned into an experience they would never forget. While they were hauling in their nets, a 3.6-meter, 12-foot, mako shark suddenly emerged from the water, propelling itself with such force that it landed directly on the boat's deck. The sound of the impact was deafening, and the mako began to thrash around frantically, knocking over everything in its path with its tail. The fisherman, aware of the danger, kept a safe distance, while the shark knocked over bait buckets and shook the deck violently. Its speed and power made the moment especially chaotic, as the mako is known to reach speeds of up to 96 kilometers per h, 60 miles per hour, making it the fastest shark in the ocean. The crew, showing ingenuity and bravery, worked together to immobilize the shark's tail with a rope. Once secured, they struggled to move it toward the edge of the boat and return it to the water. As soon as it touched the ocean, the mako disappeared rapidly into the depths, leaving behind a disordered deck and a group of deeply relieved fishermen. This incident highlights not only the incredible speed and strength of the mako shark, but also its unpredictable nature. It also underscores the importance of respecting these creatures and always being prepared for the unexpected at sea. Number 14. Football. Sharks seen in Florida backyard. In Florida, tropical storms and hurricanes are common events that often transform the landscape, but few people could imagine that one of these floods would bring a bull shark into a residential neighborhood. This was the case for a man who encountered an unusual visitor swimming in his backyard, a 2.7-meter, 9-foot shark, gliding through the stagnant water with a calmness that contrasted with the surreal nature of the situation. The man, surprised, grabbed his phone to record while exclaiming, "I've never seen anything like this in my backyard." In the video, the shark can be seen swimming near his dog, who watches from a safe distance. This clip, which quickly went viral, garnered millions of views and sparked online debates. Experts explained that the shark was probably disoriented by the flooded waters, which tend to expand the areas accessible to marine life. However, the idea of a shark appearing so close to a populated area led to discussions about coexisting with these creatures, especially in regions prone to severe storms. Despite the unusual nature of the situation, this event highlights how the ocean and its inhabitants are directly connected to our lives, reminding us of the impact of natural phenomena and the need to respect the habitat of these creatures. Number 13. Deep Blue, the giant great white shark. Deep Blue is much more than a shark. She is a living legend of the ocean. This female great white shark, measuring approximately 6 meters, 20 feet long, and weighing over 2,226 kilograms, 5,000 pounds, has captured the imagination of scientists and ocean enthusiasts worldwide. Although she was first identified in 1990, her true rise to fame occurred in 2013 when marine biologist Mauricio Hoyos Padilla and his team documented her swimming off the coast of Mexico. Despite her intimidating size, Deep Blue showed a calm and serene demeanor, swimming around a dive cage and allowing the team to capture detailed images of her imposing figure. With scars that tell the story of a life spent battling prey and other sharks, Deep Blue is an example of the resilience and power of marine life. At over 50 years old, she remains an apex predator, feeding on seals, sea lions, and other large prey. However, her non-aggressive behavior during these encounters emphasizes that sharks are much more complex than the stereotypes suggest. Today, Deep Blue continues to roam the waters of the Pacific, a living reminder of the majestic beauty of the ocean and the importance of protecting these magnificent predators and the ecosystems that sustain them. Number 12. Great white shark swimming near the shore at Cape Cod. Race Point Beach in Provincetown, Massachusetts, has become a key spot for spotting great white sharks, especially during the summer months. In a recent event, beachgoers were startled when a 3-meter, 10-foot great white shark was seen swimming just 3 meters from the shore. The shark, attracted by the abundant seals in the area, was patrolling the shallow waters in search of food. This behavior is becoming more common in Cape Cod, as seal populations have significantly recovered due to conservation laws attracting their natural predators, the great white sharks. Days earlier, a mother swimming with her baby had a close encounter with another great white. Upon detecting the shark, she reacted quickly and was able to exit the water without incident, although the event underscored the risks in the region. The Atlantic White Shark Conservancy closely monitors the shark population at Cape Cod, using technologies like tracking tags and drones to warn swimmers. Experts recommend avoiding swimming in areas with seals, staying in clear waters where sharks are more visible, and being alert to local warnings. This encounter at Race Point Beach was not only a reminder of the interconnectedness of marine ecosystems, but also of the need to respect the habitat of these fascinating creatures while taking precautions to ensure human safety. Number 11. David Stead's sighting. In 1918, Australian ichthyologist David Stead compiled one of the most impressive accounts of shark encounters. The lobster fishers at Fort Stevens were visibly terrified, claiming to have seen a great white shark so large it seemed to have come from a nightmare. Its dimensions were comparable to the length of a train and its width to that of a house. Intrigued by these stories, Stead decided to investigate, facing skepticism and disbelief. For months, he used various methods, from baited traps to boat explorations. Finally, one afternoon, his efforts paid off when he spotted a colossal great white shark emerge from the water near his boat. The shark was even larger than he had imagined. In a desperate attempt to protect himself, Stead used a harpoon, which barely disturbed the giant. The shark rammed the boat, forcing him to swim quickly back to shore. Although he couldn't capture conclusive proof, Stead's account fueled myths about giant sharks in Australian waters and remains a fascinating reference for marine historians. This sighting, although never verified, continues to evoke images of creatures that challenge our understanding of the oceans. Number 10. Nathan's encounter with a shark. In the idyllic waters of the Bahamas, 8-year-old Nathan Granite had an experience that any adult would consider terrifying. While exploring the ocean with his family, a reef shark about 1.5 meters, 5 feet long, began to approach him with what seemed to be hostile intentions. Armed with a small spear, Nathan stood his ground as the shark circled him. His older brother Holden quickly joined in to help, handing a second spear to their father. In a joint effort, they managed to discourage the shark, which eventually swam away, leaving the family shaken but unharmed. Locals attribute this aggressive behavior of sharks to artificial feeding practices, where tour operators feed sharks to attract them, altering their natural behavior. These practices have sparked controversy, as they may increase the risk of unwanted interactions with humans. Nathan's incident not only highlights the bravery and determination of a united family, but also the need to address human practices that affect the behavior of marine predators. Although reef sharks are not usually dangerous to humans, this event is a reminder that any interaction with these creatures requires respect and caution. Number 9. Encounter with a great white shark. South African fisherman Johan Potgieter will never forget the day a great white shark decided to confront him at a depth of 19 meters. What began as a peaceful dive in search of reef fish turned into an underwater showdown when the shark appeared, dangerously approaching to arm's length. In the midst of the panic, Potgieter instinctively reacted, striking the shark with his spear gun. The shark backed off, but returned with more aggression. Potgieter had to use the spear gun again to defend himself, managing to make the shark retreat momentarily. The fisherman quickly alerted his team, and they prepared to ascend to the boat. However, as he ascended, Potgieter saw the shark lurking beneath him, a moment he described as pure terror. Fortunately, he and his team managed to get to the boat in time, although the shark continued to circle them as they moved away from the area. This close encounter with the ocean's most feared predator is a reminder that even for the most experienced, the sea always holds terrifying surprises. Number 8. Small boats and big sharks. Don't mix well. Jeff Kerr and Andy Casagrande, two shark experts, had a terrifying experience while trying to document a great white shark off the coast of Stewart Island, New Zealand. Their small boat found itself surrounded by two 6-meter, 20-foot giants, which seemed to be increasingly interested in the vessel. As they tried to attach a camera to one of the shark's dorsal fins, one of the sharks cut the rope, connecting their boat to a larger vessel, leaving them adrift. The shark struck the hull with its powerful tail, causing severe damage and putting the two experts in a dangerous situation. Despite their fear, Kerr and Casagrande remained calm, waiting for the sharks to tire and swim away. After what seemed like an eternity, the sharks lost interest and swam into deeper waters. Though terrified, both survived to tell the story of their close encounter with these colossal predators. Number 7. The Black Demon. The Black Demon is a legend that has terrified the waters off the coast of Mexico for centuries. This gigantic shark, described as measuring between 15 and 18 meters, 50 to 60 feet, is known for its dark color, piercing eyes, and a powerful tail capable of wreaking havoc on any boat. The first recorded sighting dates back to 1535, when Spanish sailors reported seeing this monster attack their ship, killing several crew members. Since then, sightings have continued. In 1934, fishermen from the Gulf of California claimed to have seen a shark so large that it could have swallowed their boat in one bite. More recently, in 1998, tourists in Baja California described a black shark about 15 meters long attacking them while they were swimming. While its existence has never been scientifically confirmed, the Black Demon remains a terrifying and mysterious figure in Mexican marine legends. Number 6. Shark attack at 57 meters depth. Diving at a depth of 57 meters in Papua New Guinea is an accomplishment that few achieve, but for a pair of divers, this adventure nearly ended in tragedy. While exploring the seabed, a gray reef shark suddenly appeared, attacking one of them with a lethal bite to the leg. The other diver attempted to intervene, but the shark was too strong, dragging its victim toward the depths. Realizing that time was critical, the injured diver managed to pull out a knife and stab the shark in the head. The shark finally loosened its bite and swam away. These sharks are known for their aggressiveness and territorial nature, especially in deep waters. Their movements are quick and defensive, making them formidable adversaries. This encounter left the divers with both physical and emotional scars, but also with a story of bravery and survival that few could tell. Number 5. Great white shark surprises a solo surfer. A solo surfer had a terrifying encounter while enjoying the waves at Bluffs Campground in San Onofre State Park, California. The conditions were perfect, and the surfer had started to feel in tune with the ocean when something caught his eye out of the corner of his vision. A great white shark was swimming right beside him. The shark, approximately 3 meters, 10 feet long, was calmly observing him. Although the surfer had seen sharks before, none had been this close. His experience told him to stay calm, but the proximity of the predator made fear take over. When the shark turned and started swimming toward him, the surfer knew he had to act quickly. He turned his board and paddled with all his strength to get away. Fortunately, the shark lost interest after a few seconds and swam off into the depths. With his heart still racing, the surfer made it to shore unscathed, but deeply shaken by the encounter. This incident underscores the delicate balance between enjoying the beauty of the ocean and respecting the powerful predators that inhabit it. Number 4. Shark trapped in a cage. A great white shark measuring between 4 and 4.5 meters, 13 to 15 feet, was involved in a terrifying incident in the waters of Guadalupe Island near Ensenada, Mexico. 4 divers from the Nautilus Explorer were inside a diving cage when the shark bit through an air hose, cutting off their supply. The shark, seemingly disoriented, swam toward the top of the cage and got trapped, thrashing violently while the divers took refuge at the bottom. The tension was palpable as the shark struggled to free itself, shaking the cage with its immense strength. Finally, the shark managed to escape and swam away, leaving the divers unharmed but deeply shaken by the experience. This encounter highlights the incredible power of these creatures and the unpredictability of interacting with them in their natural habitat. Number 3. Fisherman defends himself from a great white shark. Joe Petrovich, an experienced spearfisher, had a terrifying experience while practicing his passion off the coast of Perth, Australia. After hours of diving, a chill alerted him. A 4.5-meter, 15-foot, great white shark was circling him, eyeing him with clear interest. Joe, knowing that panicking would be a fatal mistake, prepared his spear gun. In the blink of an eye, the shark lunged with its jaws open. Joe reacted swiftly, shooting his spear and hitting the shark in the head. Though the attack stopped momentarily, the shark returned with more aggression. The battle continued as Joe dodged attacks and shot again, wounding the shark in the side. Finally, just when it seemed like there was no escape, his friends arrived in a boat, scaring off the shark and rescuing him. Joe emerged unharmed, but the encounter made it clear that even with experience, the ocean remains unpredictable. Number 2. Woman survives a shark scare. Rainey Pierce was in the middle of her journey across the Kaiwi Channel, an epic 42-kilometer, 26-mile challenge between the islands of Molokai and Oahu, Hawaii, when the presence of a shark put her life in danger. With an escort team following her in a boat and kayak, Pierce pressed forward with determination. But her concentration was interrupted when a shark began to circle her. The kayaker positioned himself between her and the predator, while the boat team tried to drive the shark away. Despite their efforts, the shark wouldn't give up and continued to circle. Pierce, remaining calm, decided to swim toward the boat for safety. While the shark followed closely, her team managed to protect her until the animal finally lost interest and swam away. Despite the scare, Pierce completed the crossing in an impressive time, demonstrating her physical and mental strength. This encounter emphasizes the importance of being prepared for the unexpected when venturing into the natural habitat of these magnificent predators. Number 1. Great white shark destroys boat engine in Perth. A peaceful day of fishing turned into a horror movie moment for the Tuckfield family in the waters off Mandorah, south of Perth, Western Australia. While David Tuckfield, his wife Kuna, and their son Shelby were enjoying their time together on the boat, a large 4-meter, 13-foot great white shark appeared unexpectedly. The shark exhibited aggressive behavior, swimming toward the side of the boat and biting down hard on the outboard motor. For an hour, the shark circled the boat, seemingly curious, but leaving the family in a constant state of tension. Although there were no direct attacks on them, the psychological impact was undeniable. "It was like something out of Jaws," said David Tuckfield. The shark appeared out of nowhere and attacked the motor as if it were prey. Eventually, the shark swam off, and the Tuckfields returned to shore, thankful to have escaped unharmed, but with a story they would never forget. This incident highlights that even on a calm day in the ocean, sharks can turn any experience into a reminder of their power and unpredictability. In conclusion, these encounters with sharks show us both the beauty and the mystery of the oceans. Although they can be terrifying, they also invite us to respect and protect these magnificent creatures and their habitat. We hope this journey has provided you with a new perspective on sharks and the importance of living harmoniously with them. Thank you for joining us, and until the next adventure beneath the waves.